building is settling non-uniformly. So if it is settling one side of the column for, say for example 20 centimeter and another side of the column for 5 centimeter, then the settlement will not be equal. What will happen? The moment will be higher at one side. So this is the same case which I shared to you. At one side of the building you don't have the soil to take down the load. So then what will happen? The soil load will not get distributed, and when it gets consolidated, there are two types of settlement in a structure. So one is initial thing which is compaction, and the second level of settlement is known as consolidation. The first level of compaction is removing of air voids. So what do you mean by compaction is, see, if you want any hard strata, what you will do? You will use vibrator. So when you are using vibrator, what will happen? The airs will get removed from the soil and the soil gets compacted. So after that, a certain period of time, there comes a concept called consolidation. What do you mean by consolidation is, see, all the soil will be in some percentage of water content. So there will be some water content, there will be not 0% water. All the soil consists of some water. So if you touch the soil, when you dig the soil up to 1 feet, it will be in moist condition. So you will be having some water. Soon if you apply the load, see, one structure, if you are building, say for example G+1, it will be taking 20 ton of loads per column. So if column is there, if you can see one column, below that column there will be 20 ton of load. It is an example for a lorry which is carrying the weight of loading, which will be having 40 ton. The maximum loading in a lorry which is 40 ton. See, per column you are having 20 ton of load, which is the dead load. So that much of a lorry weight which is acting in a soil, then what happens? Definitely the soil tends to settle to a little bit. That settlement is called consolidation. So the water will get removed due to the pressure, it will move to one place to the another place. So these are the two types of thing. So this building which I shared to you, it might not be collapsing at that time. Soon after the season changes and the rainfall is altering, what will happen? The structure will get consolidated and the water has to drain, isn't it? So the rainwater has to drain, it has to go somewhere. What will happen? It will stay on to the pores, then the load will be same, progressively it leads to the collapse. So this is the way engineer, before making construction, we are thinking that whatever is construction and it is constructed, it is safe. No, it is not like that. See, around 80 lakhs to 60 lakhs of rupees is required to make that kind of construction which I shared you. Simply not understanding the concept, doesn't knowing the analytical aspect, analytical in the sense you should find the bending moment, what should be the settlement, what should be the lateral force, then you should construct. Without knowing that also you can construct, nobody is going to stop that. But after constructing, what will happen? This kind of news will be there. So you will be losing 80 lakhs of rupees. Who will be losing? The client, the house owner will lose the 80 lakh of rupees. The second thing is, if any collapse, if any structural deficiencies is there, definitely the site engineer or the constructor will be hiding in the case. So he will be running here and there and around, and he will be blaming the soil people, and there are geotechnical people are there. See, then pointing out of things will happen. Before making certain things, the construction process is same. See, Bangalore is a place where you have a very good soil bearing capacity, and the places where you have hill areas, there you might have a case of settlement, landslide are there. But in case of Bangalore, you have a better soil strength. In certain cases in northern part of country, you have alluvial soil and you have a large case of having less shear strength. See, the alluvial soil has less shearing capacity. If you are going into geotechnical lab, the properties you can find that. But in case of a red soil or a clay, hard clay. Like that, if you have, you will be having better shear capacity. This shear capacity will hold the structure and it will not allow the structure to slip. So the collapse will not happen. So these things and parameters, as a civil engineer, you should know. What is the capacity of the soil, under what parameter the structure is standing now. But currently the structure is standing now, whichever you see right now, due to the only property called shear angle, that is angle of repose. You have a property called angle of repose. So what is the angle? It is 15 degree, 30 degree or 45 degree. According to that angle of repose, the structure is standing. If the red soil is not there, you can observe that the soil is red soil, which is a very good soil. If the soil is a clay or if it is a alluvial soil or black soil, the case might be different. So the thing that what I should highlight is, you can construct, many people are constructing without an engineering degree, they are constructing. See, the construction should speak your name, like that you should construct, not like that each and every, even mason or having experienced person are constructing. It is not like that. Your work should speak towards your name. Simply the father and mother can give you a name, but if a society is giving a name to you, that is the credit of your own skill, that is the credit of your own work, that is the credit of your effort. Everybody will have a name, but nobody will have the name which is given by the society or a common platform. If you want to get a name, you should serve for the society, you should serve for the community. Then you will be getting the name in the society. Nobody will give a name for free. You should work towards that. You should apply your skill, effort. So civil engineering is not that some mason is building, you are looking into that structure. It is not like that. You should be in the driver's seat and you should drive the car. Many of the engineers, what they are doing, they are giving the masons 100% of independence. Whatever they do, they will not ask. You can see number of monuments are civil engineering structures only. Those civil engineers built a structure for more than years, more than decades. Their name stands on behalf of them. See, Taj Mahal is built, Akbar name is there. Why? He made that structure to build. Soon after that, the structure names in the stand of the person who spent the amount, isn't it? So you should know that what is the thing you are doing. You should build a structure like that. It should speak for years. A civil engineer is building a structure, at least 60 years of service it should stand. If you are building a structure, as per National Building Code, it says that 60 years there should be no serviceability issues. It should be satisfying everything. For up to how many years? 60 years. What about this structure? Can you give warranty for that? Even if you are buying a mobile phone, you are getting 1 year of warranty. Can you give warranty for 60 years? As per the code, as per the law, you cannot give. See, this is the thing, but the structure has to stay long till the service for more than 100 years. It should be like that. So, if you want to imagine like that, you should make these conditions and your building should satisfy this condition, then you can build. See, many professional engineers say that your structure has to behave not according to your expectation. You should understand the behavior, then construct. In the professional body, this code is being there. Whatever you are thinking, the structure will not behave like that. If you are providing 6 mm dia bar, this is the length, this is a plan elevation, our structure has to be safe. If you are saying this, that will not be safe. You should understand the behavior of the structure. Then if you understand that, definitely the structure will act according to it. These are the things what we are discussing today is understanding the nature, understanding the behavior, then building a structure. not constructing a structure and expecting it to behave like that. Simply you build a structure with bricks is available, concrete, steel, everything is available in the market. You can get the labor and construct. It is not like that. So you should understand and construct so that it is a professional way it is being built. So every civil engineer should have the responsibility. It is the responsibility of a civil engineer. Okay. So in this class I will be completing this way analysis and we will be starting the settlement of support. Yes. Take down this problem. Determine the support moments at each joint of the frame as shown in figure. The supports at A and D are fixed and joint C is assumed pin connected, joint C and B. EI is constant for each member. See, this is the given data here. And here in this problem you can see that a 10 kilonewton of force which is acting at right hand side. What happens to the structure? So due to the force, the structure sways to the right hand side and you can see the structural behavior. See, each and everything has the notation and you can see that delta is same at each and every point. So if AB is of delta, DC will be having the same reflection of delta. So this concept is known as compatibility. So under the compatibility condition, both the deflection will be same. And a term psi AB, so which has been discussed in the last class, and psi CD. So this is the component of lateral force. So due to the lateral force, you have to identify these two components. And at B and C you will be having a theta. So since this is a hinged support, you will be having rotation at the support. B to C you will be having a theta and B to A you will be having a theta. And what is the equilibrium condition is? There are two concepts. First one is compatibility and next one is equilibrium equation. So due to equilibrium, the theta B will be equal at both the sides. So you can see here theta B is equal and theta C to B and C to D. You can see the slope here. These are the internal behavior of a structure. See, if a problem is given here, according to slope deflection method, what are the steps? Step 1 is finding the fixed end moment. So how many loads are there in a structure, in a member? You have to take all the loads and consider into a fixed end. So do you have any load at member AB? So you don't have any load, hence MFAB and MFBA will be 0 and at B to C. So these are members. There are two indications. What are they is member and joint. Joint is placed at the connection of members. So you have the load only at the joint but not on the member, and C to D is a member, there is no load. Hence the first step you can write that step 1. Since there is no load acting on the member, the fixed end moment is 0. And you can write the step 2. What is step 2? So you have to write the slope deflection equation. since you have a sway in the structure, so in the last problem you have identified psi AB. So you have to find the same value here. So you will be having a ratio psi AB divided by 4 and equals psi CD divided by 4. Last problem you have found out the same value, and in this problem psi AB equal to delta by 12, psi DC equal to delta by 18. In this case you will be having delta by 4 and delta by 4. Why? Because both the lengths are same. So you will be having psi AB equal to psi CD, isn't it? So if you are calculating, you will be getting the same answer. And next step, you have to write the slope deflection equation. Step 2 is writing the slope deflection equation. You have to find MAB. Once you get all the 6 equations, you will be writing the equilibrium equation. What are they? MBA and BC equal to 0. This is the equilibrium equation, and M CB plus M CD equal to 0. You can substitute the equations, and next you have to consider all the forces. Summation of all horizontal forces equal to 0. Since you have a force of 10 kilonewton as the horizontal force, VA plus VD, you have two number of support A and support D. You have one number of force, hence you have to subtract that. VA plus VD equal to 10. So this will be the equation. What is VA? You already know that VA equal to the moment. You have to take the moment. So this is the way to take the moment. So you have a member here. This member is fixed member. Hence you have three number of reaction. What are they? Horizontal, vertical and a moment. So you have three number of reaction. Similarly for D to C, you have three number of reaction. And if you need VA, what you have to do is you have to take moment at the support B. When you are taking moment here, what are the moment component? MBA, MAB. Both are anti-clockwise. Hence, you can take it as negative, and you have a reaction VA into distance. What is the distance here? 4. So 4 into VA, you will be getting this equation. So 4 into VA you will be having, and you can cross multiply that 4. Both the component are negative. Hence, commonly the negative is taken outside, and inside you can substitute as positive, and you will be getting this VA equation. Similarly, you can find the VD equation. For VD, you will be having MDC plus MCD. Here you have to add MDC plus CD divided by 4. So you will be getting two number of equation here, and you have to get all the three equations and tell me the value. You have to get the theta B value as 240 by 21 EI, and psi should be 320 by 21 EI. Theta C will also be same. Theta C will be 240 by 21 EI. See, after substituting the thetas, you will be getting the moment of MAB equal to 17.1, MBA equal to 11.4, and BC will also be same, and CD will be 11.4. MBC is 11.4 and MCD CB will also be 11.4. MCD is 11.4.